The film begins with a pearl mixed from the aura of heaven and earth thousands of years ago, forming a monster because this monster was capable of absorbing the sun's power negatively and was about to destroy the world. The brothers Tai and Sheng tried to stop it, but to no avail, as the monster was much stronger than them and began to transform into a giant monster. At that time, Master Yango intervened, imprisoned the monster, and managed to separate the parts of evil and good, casting a spell that after 3 years, lightning would descend from the sky to destroy the crystal of evil. He then placed them in one chest and gave the chest to Tai, asking him to give the pearl of goodness to a child yet to be born. This made his brother Sheng feel jealous after the master chose him and preferred him over Sheng. Then he went to Lord Li and Lady Yin, who appeared to be pregnant. On their way to the temple, they met Tai, who told them that Master Yang ordered him to give the pearl of goodness to their soon-to-be-born son. Days passed, and Yin gave birth, and all the villagers were waiting for the new baby, who would be the leader after his father. We went to Sheng, who was in the same place, and saw him casting a spell from 2 talisman papers to control the people present. He succeeded in controlling Li's assistant, who went to Tai and gave him wine, and when Tai drank from it, he fainted. When Li's assistant tried to open the flower, he couldn't touch it. At the same time, the nurse asked Lord Li to open the flower quickly because his wife was about to give birth, but he was shocked when he saw Tai asleep, so he continued hitting the wall. When Tai opened the chest, Li's assistant tried to speed it up, but Li stopped him. Tai discovered that someone was controlling him, and at that time, an old woman came and took the 2 pearls, placing the pearl of evil in a stone. And when Li destroyed the stone, the pearl turned into a beam and went to his wife. Li's son was born, an ugly child resembling a demon, and he began destroying the village until Tai managed to control him and put a collar around his neck to prevent him from using evil power. He was about to kill him, but Li asked Tai to raise him and name him Ne Zha, although the villagers refused because they couldn't raise a demon among them as he would be the cause of the village's destruction. Tai told them that after 3 years, a curse would descend from the sky to destroy Ne Zha, so Li decided to go to Master Yang to ask him to take care of his son. At the same time, Shang managed to take the Pearl of Goodness and went to the Dragon Kingdom at the bottom of the sea, asking the Dragon King to give him the Pearl of Goodness for his son in exchange for taking care of him to prove to Master Yang that he was capable of raising a child. Then he went to Tai and asked him to convince Master Yang that he should extract the Pearl of Evil from Ne Zha, but they were unlucky and couldn't enter because of the gatekeeper, and they were shocked to learn that Master Yang had died. Li was more saddened when he found out there were no ways to break the curse. The years passed, and Ne Zha grew up, and when asked to play with others, no one could play with him due to his strength, so she wore armor, but it was also of no use. Then a guard came and asked the mother to go fight a monster attacking the village. Ne Zha felt she would leave and asked the guards to tighten the security on him, but he managed to escape, taking advantage of their quarrel. When he reached the village, everyone was scared, terrified, and fled from him, hiding anywhere, but due to his strength, he easily found their hiding places, increasing their fear. At the same time, there was a group of children trying to come up with a plan to get rid of Ne Zha, but another child came and told them about a better plan, and they liked the idea. When they went to execute the plan, they were shocked that the person who suggested the idea was Ne Zha himself. They quickly fled, but were more shocked to find themselves trapped in the trap they had set. The children began to distance themselves from him more, and one of them blamed him, saying he was a demon, and no one liked him. Ne Zha began to feel more distressed, and his anger flared up, and he was about to do something, but Tai intervened and managed to save the children in time. After that, they doubled Ne Zha's imprisonment and decided to move away to a mountain far from the village so he wouldn't harm people. But Tai had an idea to take Ne Zha and teach him how to control his power and become a student of him, and possibly even become a better person. The next day, Ne Zha saw a strange painting, approached it, and as soon as he touched it, he was pulled into a beautiful place. Tai appeared, using a magic brush, and when he draws anything in his imagination, it becomes reality. He asked Ne Zha to try to enjoy the view and place with him, and Tai offered to teach him magic, but Ne Zha refused to learn magic with him. Tai tried to convince him to learn, but none of it affected him until Tai fell asleep. Ne Zha's mother came and woke him up, then he started looking for Ne Zha, who was threatened with death, and when Tai tried to help him, Ne Zha exploded, discovering that Ne Zha used the magic brush and turned the frog into his shape and turned himself into his mother's form. Tai was poisoned due to the frog's explosion, and Ne Zha tried to help him but ended up burning him. Ne Zha's father and mother arrived and helped Tai, and his mother tried to convince him to keep his spirits up to prove to the villagers that he could do good things for them and that he was a good person. But he replied that he hated them because they always made him an outcast. They decided to give him a new weapon to fight demons, which made him happy, and he decided to learn magic to save the villagers from monsters that might attack them. Tai began training Ne Zha to use his power, but he failed in the training, which led to the death of innocents along with the demons. He started to believe that he should continue his training. Tai showed him images of what he did during training, as he killed monsters but also caused the death of innocents. Tai tried to advise him further, but Ne Zha was very stubborn and managed to take the magic brush from Tai and drew a portal to escape from the painting. When he was in the village, he noticed a monster capable of transforming into water and was about to eat a dog. Ne Zha attacked it, but the monster managed to hide in barrels filled with water, so Ne Zha began destroying the barrels one by one. The villagers saw him but did not know he was chasing a monster. Ne Zha burned the barrels completely, causing the monster to flee into the forest. Ne Zha continued to chase it, but the monster kidnapped a little girl. Ne Zha pursued it until they reached the sea. Before the monster could escape, Gobin appeared and prevented them from escaping. We learn that Gobin is the son of the Dragon King, who was given the Pearl of Good by Xing when he was a child. Ne Zha remembered his enemy, took the girl from him, and began a fight between them. The monster took advantage of the opportunity and used bubbles to paralyze them and turn them into stone. But Ne Zha took the chance that Gobin was turned into stone and began attacking the monster, managing to defeat it. This caused the monster to give Ne Zha the cure, and Ne Zha's hand returned to normal. He decided to help Gobin and freed him, and Gobin returned to his natural state and thanked Ne Zha for saving his life. After that, they became friends and continued to play together. When they were done, Gobin gave Ne Zha a seashell so they could play together again. Ne Zha was very happy because it was the first time he played with someone. Gobin realized he was his only friend. After that, he left him and went to the villagers who attacked him because he kidnapped the girl, not understanding that he was saving her from the monster. The girl's brother told him he was the monster, which made Ne Zha angry, and he began attacking the villagers, but Tai intervened and managed to save them from him for the second time. Meanwhile, Gobin went to his father, the Dragon King, and told him what happened. Shang, his teacher, told him that the dragons used to protect humans from monsters, but later humans hated them, which led to their imprisonment in hell. They were exploiting Ne Zha and convincing him to kill people. At that time, he would appear and save the village, which would make humans free the dragons. We went to Ne Zha, whose mother told him they invited the villagers to celebrate his 3rd birthday, and also because they caught the monster he was chasing to confess to the villagers what happened. Ne Zha was very happy and went to invite Gobin, his only friend. When he blew into the seashell, Gobin came and agreed to attend his birthday. But before Gobin went to the village, the dragons provided him with armor made from their skin to protect him. They knew Ne Zha was cursed and would die, and he had to protect himself because if anyone knew his truth, the dragon family would kill him. Before Ne Zha's birthday, Shang went to him and told him his full truth, that he was made from the Pearl of Evil and that he would die on his birthday. When Ne Zha went out to the people, Tai gave him a gift that would help him overcome monsters. His father gave him an amulet and told him he must continue to fight for the future. But Ne Zha surprised them and told them he knew his fate and would die today. He recited a spell to break the magic of the collar after learning it from Shang. His evil power took over, changed his form, and he began attacking Tai and Li. He was about to kill his father, but Gobin saw and decided to help them, using ice to stop them, until Tai managed to wrap the collar again and returned him to his natural form. When Ne Zha awoke, he left them and went away. Later, Ne Zha's father learned the truth about Gobin, that he was from the dragon family, and decided to kill him. But before that could happen, he decided to cover the entire village with ice and destroy it, because if he didn't, it would be the reason for the dragon's eternal imprisonment. We went to Ne Zha, who learned that his father sacrificed himself to save him from death and had given him this amulet to protect him. He decided to go and save his father from Gobin, and the battle began between Gobin, Ne Zha, Shang, and Tai, who managed to trap everyone using the magic brush and his special painting. Then, another battle began between them over the brush to enable them to escape from the painting they were trapped in. The 4 were surprised to find themselves trapped inside an ice crystal. They fought each other over the brush to be able to escape from the crystal, and Ne Zha managed to grab the brush with his foot, but was unable to draw with it until he managed to create a portal to get them out of the painting. The ice crystal broke, and Gobin turned into a dragon and flew over the dome he created from ice and began destroying it to kill the villagers. Ne Zha had to recite the spell to transfer the collar to his hand, and Ne Zha's form changed and became stronger than Gobin. He used all his power to prevent the ice from destroying the village, and Gobin succeeded before harming anyone. After that, he attacked Gobin but refused to kill him. When Gobin asked him why, he said because he was his only friend. Ne Zha approached his father and burned the amulet that was protecting him. Ne Zha apologized to them and told his father that the only thing that bothered him was that he couldn't play with him even once on his birthday. He wished everything would end happily, but instead, everything ended sadly. The curse that would destroy Ne Zha began, but Gobin intervened and tried to stop the curse using the dragon shield. But the curse was stronger and destroyed the shield, so they decided to hold each other's hands to gather their powers and defeat the curse's forces. But their powers were not enough to stop it and would lead to their death. Tai decided to help them and trap their souls inside the vault. Unfortunately, both died, and his father and mother were very saddened by the loss of their son. But Tai tried to comfort them and told them that their souls were still alive but in another world. In the end, the villagers decided to apologize to Ne Zha and thank him for saving their lives.